suite du display d'Enderal Forgotten Stories. Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Surtout que tout va bien, tout le mieux dans votre situation. C'est-à-dire que vous soyez heureux, etc. Et là, on va pouvoir rencontrer ce monsieur-là, histoire de ce que j'ai compris, en fait, passer une épreuve pour devenir gardien officiel de l'ordre. Et avancer dans ce jeu. Allez, on va continuer. Bonjour monsieur.
Yes. Oh, yes. You're the prodigy. I was expecting something else. I hope you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Our novices trained for years for this trial. And as much as I respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive. In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that. How selfless of you! But as you wish. Then it seems I'm granted the extraordinary honor of exalting the first pathless in the history of the Order to a keeper. The others will scream for joy. Give me the package the Grandmaster gave you, and say hello to your new comrades. I have to go prepare something.
I don't want to hear it. You're prattling. I don't want to hear it. Just shove off. You have to ask? This country is going downhill, and you are living proof of it, my friend. First, Neverme's wild mages are allowed to walk on the holy temple grounds as if it were some kind of brothel. Then mercenaries are hired, and now you, an outlander, a pathless, are able to be initiated into the sigils of the Holy Order. We've trained for years to stand here, and until now, I thought that this country respected its traditions. That's my problem. Now get out of my sight. Get lost.
What? Oh, hello. You're our unexpected addition, aren't you? The prodigy? It does, actually. I'm Calia Sakaresh, by my path novice and aspirant to the first sigil. I've been told what you did in Old Rashengrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own. An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that. I know, but you tried. You know, I'm really curious as to what the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive. Anyway, it's been an honor to meet you in person. Let's talk later.
All right, enough of the chatter. Come here. Here. These potions will be necessary later, so be careful with them. Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place. As you're all gifted with magic, the spores in the forest ahead will make you a little dizzy, but we won't stay for long. Any questions? Long story. Simply put, they come from a special kind of mushroom that has infested this forest, and staying near them worsens the arcanist's fever. So, in case you're thinking about exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you. Good. Stay close to me.
Pardon. Bon. Là, on va pouvoir continuer, c'est très très bien. Attends de tout vérifier. Allez, go.
But it's too late for that now. Korek would have conquered the city. Instead, you will be ashamed.
Attends, Quoi? C'était quoi ce délire? What? Pourquoi j'ai un truc comme ça? Voilà.
Fascinating. I've read a lot about it, but never actually seen it.
My brothers and I have seen the board account.
More of them. I'm too old for this. Get ready.
Bon, au moins nous sommes nombreux, c'est bien. Ah! Ah zut! Crotte de pique. Eh merde. Allez, dégage toi. Allez, dégage. Merci beaucoup. Mademoiselle Sakaresh. Merci. Attends, quoi? Attends, j'ai failli pas beaucoup de points de vie là-haut. Je vais mourir même. Bon. J'ai pas du pain. Nickel. Par contre, j'ai gagné de la fièvre arcanique. Attends, j'en suis où? 27. Allez, on va prendre la potion d'ambroisie. Par contre, il faudrait que j'en achète. Ce sera plus intéressant pour la suite des quêtes. Je suppose en tout cas.
Wait, do you see that?
Yes, that man. What is he doing?
Who cares? He's probably just a traveler.
He shouldn't be here. No merchant in his right mind would voluntarily travel through the Whispering Forest. We'll go take a look at him. Stay ready.
Je vais quand même regarder le niveau de difficulté du jeu. Ouais, c'est mis en novice, ouais, pourtant. Ouais, j'ai l'impression que ça tabasse le jeu. Punaise. Même en novice, tu peux presque mourir, c'est bien ça. Ça fait plaisir. Ok. Le sang, quoi?
I see it.
Ok.
She's with me now, forever.
Kirosh!
What? You there? Who are you? And what are you doing here?
She's with me now, forever.
What are you, deaf? Identify yourself.
His eyes. Master, this is the red madness.
Shit, of course. You will put away that pickaxe right now, my sir, and then get on your knees.
She wanted to leave. Don't you understand? She wanted to leave me. Just like that.
This is
But now,
disgusting.
She will stay. She promised.
By the righteous path! Have you lost your mind?
I could ask you the same thing, damn it! Did you forget what Magister Yarrow did to the novices? This man could have attacked us at any moment.
Oh, really? Malphus protect us from your cunning. But did the thought ever cross your mind that one needs to understand a disease in order to heal it? And that some apothecary might have given their left hand for a living patient?
You're not being fair, Master. I was only protecting us.
Like heck you did. You behaved like an idiot. And not for the first time. The other masters might ignore that fact due to your religious commitment and your bloodline. I get that. But if something like this ever happens again, you will be suspended from the rites and will spend the rest of your life polishing prayer banks in the sanctum. Do I make myself clear?
He really was trying to protect us, Master. Maybe...
Do I make myself clear?
You do, Master. And I beg your forgiveness for my offense.
Granted. Now let's push on. We will take care of the body after the ritual.
Bon, ben, on va continuer, j'imagine. C'est par où? Attends. Que je sache. Attends. On n'a aucune indication. Ok. Bon. Ah oui, c'est vrai que ce n'est pas... Nous ne sommes pas dans des grottes, ce genre de trucs, ok. C'est quoi ça? Dans la tâche, ouais. Bon. Tac, tac, tac. On peut prendre ça, j'imagine, ouais. Ok. On avance, donc le rituel. Donc le pour le rituel. D'accord, on le suit. Ce sera plus simple. Ouais, très bien, parfait, nickel.
Here it is, the first foothold. This is where Malthus's vassals erected their first camp, so behave yourselves accordingly. You too, prodigy. Well then, before we start, there's something I need to tell you. Something, important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago, beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
There was a prophecy, as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god, who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
You're telling us that the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining? Tell us that this is a test, Master. It is, isn't it? A test of our faith.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford to fall into a spiritual
Who the heck
crisis
is we?
right now.
The Order of the Gods, Malthus's order, was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunwar, but if this is true, we have to show strength and keep on believing in what the Lightborn stood for. Which is the idea of peace and...
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If anything, you lowborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really think I don't know about the village? You're a damned witch, and if this were the old times, you would have been crucified long time ago.
You don't mean that, Dunwar.
Drop it, for heaven's sake! We're all on the same side here.
No, we are not. This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the holy scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well. But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you.
But...
No buts! Do you understand?
Yes.
I hope so, for your sake. Just be glad that this is a time when we need skilled mages more than ever. Just be glad. Now enough of this. Our demeanor defiles this sacred place. There will be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial. Let's recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life, as in death.
May
May
your
your
light
light
guide
guide
me.
me.
Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what, distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you. You first, Prodigy. Let's hope the Grand Master was right about you.
Oh no. No, no, no. I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit? They've lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was. Of course not. At least not according to your definition of the word. But then again, what is reality anyway? If I told you that you and your friend Sirius actually lie dead at the bottom of the sea, and that everything that has happened so far, your journey to Ark, the search at the Sun Coast, was only a dream, would you be able to recognize the truth? The answer is no. Because you don't want to be dead. Therefore, your mind will do anything to make you believe this entire dream you've had was and is reality. Doesn't it? Tell me, what is time to the dead and dreaming anyway? The last second before the water floods into your lungs. The very last instant before it tears them apart. In your mind, it could be an eternity. A self-created sanctuary built from nothing but your wishes. But what's the point in talking anyway? You don't want to believe me. And I'm tired of trying to make you. Now leave me alone, before we make the suppressor even angrier. He doesn't like words. He likes the silence. What? They haven't told you about him? Oh, that's so typical. The suppressor. He's the reason why we will be imprisoned here forever. And why we can't access our feelings and wishes. And he does it because he wants us to lose hope. To stop believing. And... you know, sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what we humans... what I have to do to finally be free. Give up. Detach myself from the dreams of the past. Who knows if there were anything else than phantasms to begin with. But no. No, not yet. It's too early to surrender. And isn't that what makes us human, anyway? To hope? And to just keep on waiting for that one miracle that will end the pain once and for all? Yeah, I'll wait. And you will wait with me forever.
Bon. Donc en gros, je dois partir. On va y rien du tout ici. Sac de couchage. Voilà. Quoi?
How did you do that? You simply opened it? But that's impossible. All these years it's kept me from escaping, and you just... Come on. We have to look. We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get far, but still we have to see. Come, lead the way.
Ok. Attends, quoi? J'ai quoi comme arme? Un couteau. Ouais. Ça me paraît être logique. D'accord, ici il y a une clé. Vous avez une clé. Ouais. Ah, des ennemis. Berk. Ouais, mais l'action n'est pas peur. Franchement, ça va. sont des adversaires, certes, mais elles affichent peu de dégâts. Donc ça devrait aller, non? Tranquille. Regardez ça, elle m'inflige que de... m'inflige combien? Même pas 2 dégâts. 2 dégâts, donc ça va. Ça devrait aller. Histoire d'avancer un peu plus, donc... sincèrement, ça devrait aller. Ok, d'accord. Ah, ça regarde automatique. D'accord. Allez. C'est quoi ça encore? C'est quoi ce mot encore? En quoi le personnage il est pathétique? En quoi? Oula. Oula oula. Allez, je vais fait. Oula 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 oula. Attends. T'as carrément un piège par ici. Ouais. Bon. J'imagine qu'on peut pas aller par ici vu que c'est fermé, il n'y a aucun moyen d'avancer. De ce côté-là en tout cas. Bon. Séductrice, oui. Ouais mais mec, arrête de faire ta fiette un peu s'il te plaît, oh. Avance un peu. Non vraiment, arrête de faire ta fiette, merde. On te dit d'avancer, tu avances, point. Point final. Oula, pas ça. Panique, désespoir. Ouais, détresse, ok. Toi c'est fait. Toi tu meurs. Tac. Ouais. Donc il faudrait que j'avance par là, j'imagine. Ah, par contre, il y a une collection d'os là, de crâne. C'est assez impressionnant. Attends. Résumons. Ok. Donc je peux pas avancer par là, ok. Alors je peux aller par où? S'il vous plaît. Attends. Bon. Évidemment. Je ne peux rien faire. Attends. Ah oui, ça on ne peut pas attendre comme dans Skyrim. Attends. Plus. Ah oui, pardon, c'est vrai. En plus j'ai le sort qui me permet en fait de... Ouais, c'est ça. Voilà. On va attendre un peu. Attendez. 13. Là je suis à combien? Je suis à 2, oui. On va attendre progressivement. Que ça puisse se régénérer progressivement. Qu'on puisse utiliser le sort. Avancer. Et puis affronter nos adversaires. Car sinon, ben, là je peux rien faire. J'ai dépensé tous mes manas pour rien du tout. Et j'avoue que j'aurais dû m'y préparer à ce genre de choses là. Donc c'est entièrement ma faute. Et désolé de vous faire attendre pour rien. Ok, attends. Ok, 13, je vais bientôt le lancer. Ça c'est bon. Comme ça, on pourra avancer. Affronter nos adversaires. Ah, oui. Compris. Donc là, d'accord, c'était de l'eau. Ouais, donc c'était pas la peine d'y aller par ici. Ah, d'accord. D'accord, ok. Très bien. Donc c'était là. Oula, 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 oula. Ouais, ça me fait peur. Oula, oula, oula. Bye bye.
This will be. Oh no. Do you see it? All the cells. They're all empty. There's blood. Oh no.
Bah ouais, ils sont morts, mais bon, ils sont... Gars, les clous, pas de nourriture, les Corans, on prend.
They're simply solved because they dared to disobey us.
Attends.
I think
Attends. Gars, s'il te plaît, arrête de te... Hein.
what happened to us too. I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. We just...
Tu peux me laisser réfléchir, s'il te plaît, mon gars? Non, sérieux? Papa? Non. What? Non, mon père, il est mort, là? Attends, c'est quoi ce délire? Attends. Je crois pas. Ça dégage. Attends, quoi? Papa, il est mort. C'est quoi ce délire? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce délire? Bon, ce jeu il est très problématique. Attends, ok. Oula, c'est quoi ça? C'était quoi ça? Pourquoi il y a des chaises qui volent dans tous les sens? Attends. Remords, ok. Ben, on avance, hein. Quelque chose de plus. Ah, vitre. Grotte de bique. Je n'ai pas été assez rapide. Attends. On va relancer. Et puis... on va recommencer la procédure, tiens, si vous permettez. Au moins, on sait comment... Au moins, nous savons ce que nous devons faire. C'est déjà ça. Et vraiment, c'est le principe. Tac. Tac. Comme ça, on peut avancer. Là, on enregistre. Attends. D'accord, ok. Donc, je peux les saisir avec la touche E. D'accord. Attends. Ah, d'accord. Ok, parfait. Bah, tu vois, ça va passer. Oh, sérieux?
Well. So you figured it out? Yes. I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions? The salt corrodes your skin, and the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling? Good question. The room was empty when I came here. Actually, that's quite weird now that you mention it. The entire temple seemed kind of deserted. Probably a ceremony or something like that. Now, tell me, how are you holding up? I heard this trial's quite the feat. Apparently some of the novices never wake up again. In the temple. The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Ixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here, so I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order. Don't mention it. Bad, though, that this keeperness won't get you anywhere. Do you know why? Because you're pathetic. Simply pathetic.
I said you are pathetic. At first we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket.
As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent, aren't you? Why? Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. What have you done to us? You are so naive. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up. Keep on stumbling through the mist.
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted. Then you have a remarkable constitution. Usually the after effects of the potion last for days. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was here in the meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial. Almost, yes. All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then Grandmaster Aranthiel will exalt us to the keepers of the first sigil. Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyreans, about these dreams, and of course about this cycle. This is so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have died, and now humanity is on the brink of extinction. This is a lot to take in. Hard to say. I never had those dreams the Grandmaster talked about, even though I'm magically gifted. But then again, I always had the feeling that the Red Madness was more than an ordinary disease. Well, I suppose all of this explains a lot. At least now I can understand why the Grandmaster was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. According to him, most of our battle against the cycle will stand or fall with you. Yes, I believe that. It's a great responsibility you've been given, and as impressive as your skills are, I would not want to change places with you. Well, as I said, we both have to take the Holy Oath. You should talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. He's waiting for you in the Emporium. Right. Dunwar. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. It's likely that he'll never wake up again. No, in spite of everything. You know, Dunwar was one of those people who tried to gild their insecurity with boastful behavior. The reality is that he was the last of his bloodline, and his faith in the path and his destiny as a keeper were all that he had left. And who knows, maybe he would have been a great help to the Order with the right guidance. But I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie. Well, maybe I just don't show it as much. But yes, in a way, you're probably right. I suppose that's mainly due to the fact that to me, as opposed to Dunwar, the Order always stood for an idea. And an idea doesn't die with the one who first thought of it. Funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same thing during the exaltation. Dunwar would have considered it blasphemy. That's true. A lot of crimes were committed during the Lightborn's reign, and I don't want to minimize that. But I also think a lot of those crimes were unavoidable, so to speak. Imagine you're the king of a small island, and one day your realm gets attacked by a fleet of Scarab Reavers. The invasion catches you completely off guard, and within a few hours, the Reavers have advanced to the farmland, just a few feet from your city's main gates. And before you know it, you have to make a decision. Will you use the time that remains to entrench your army within the city's walls to have a better chance of surviving a siege? Or do you send them into the field to fight the Reavers there, knowing that there is only a slight chance to save the farmers, but a big risk that you will lose both the city and the farmers? Correct. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter what you do. There will be people who will despise you for your decision. If your attempt to rescue the farmers fails, you will be accused of having acted blindly and idealistically. And if you just stay in the city, they will say you didn't even try. Of course, there's a small chance the foray might work, but should decisions like that really be made as if they were a game of dice? As I said, I don't mean to absolve the Lightborn of their crimes, but I'd wager my left hand that they had a lot of similar decisions to make. I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first? As you wish. Where should I start? Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I was born, and I never got to know my parents. I wish I knew. What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy and, I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me. The entire village. It had been destroyed. There were corpses everywhere. Men, women, children, and the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets there. And it had all just happened hours before because the destruction was still fresh. Whatever it was, I didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming through the smoke. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses, and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head, and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's strange to talk about it like this. It's been so long, but the memory feels as if it had happened yesterday. It's okay. Anyway, it turned out that the riders were men from the village who had gone hunting. They must have observed the whatever it was from the distance and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep. And it seems that made the riders think I was some kind of witch child, or unholy beast, whichever you prefer. For you, maybe. For them, as simple people, it was probably the best explanation they had. And think about it, it's not that far off. A motherless child who neither talks nor breathes steadily is found abandoned on the roadside and has a strange mark on her face. They leave to go hunting, and when they come back, they find their village in ruins with that foundling child being the only survivor. You have to admit, it's not that much of a stretch, even if those men hadn't been superstitious farmers. Probably. Truth be told, I try not to think about it too much. And actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything. I even made it to Ark all by myself, which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end, because I was pathless. Yes. Thinking about it now, I actually wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think. You just act. Still, the winters down there were cruel, and if Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my second year. Yes, otherwise I would not be here. He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide. It does, yes. But then, he had lost both his wife and daughter 5 years before he found me, so maybe I was some kind of substitute. I don't know. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I owe him everything. He was a good man, and that's all that matters. Yes, and now I'm here. Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it. Gone. He was very old, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. But I'd prefer not to talk about it, if you don't mind. He does, yes, and he's not alone in his opinion. One of those hunters recognized me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on, they added names to the derogatory stares. Demon Child, Witch, whatever they could come up with. Yes, maybe. You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. That way, people just leave me alone, and that gives me more time to focus on what's important, on my goals. Several, but I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future. Maybe. You should. It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think? Good. Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go. Now then, let's go.
Bon. Lors du prochain épisode, nous allons pouvoir faire la quête avec Calia Sakaresh et nous allons pouvoir avancer dans le jeu. Alors, par excuse pour ceux qui ne savent pas, en fait, j'enlève le son du jeu. Quand il y a des longs dialogues comme ça, je préfère enlever le micro du jeu, comme ça, vous entendez tous les dialogues sans souffle. Et moi, vous êtes focus sur l'action. Allez, je vous fais de gros bisous et je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao, des bisous.